The marathon, 42,195 kilometers, originally done by some random mythical ancient Greek dude and then grown to become one of the biggest running feats more than 2 millennia thereafter, being done about 1 million times every year according to the first Google statistic I found. Was it all worth it? Is it all worth it? Will it ever be ever worth it? I'm currently on my way to pick up my starting number and the whole bag and everything, and then I'll buy myself some whole grain pasta because we got a carb load, and hopefully I don't miss my tram. Right, I got it. Now it's pasta time. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know why I bought licorice. I just watched a lot of Bo Miles videos the last couple of days, so I just saw licorice and was like, okay, I gotta buy myself some licorice. So yeah, taste test. Oh, not bad. So I have to do some yoga because my legs aren't doing as well as I want to, but yeah, I guess it's alright. And yeah, then we're going to make some pasta.
Zajedziesz na lekko, jedź spokojnie, bo słońce nad rzeką. Jedź ostrożnie, jedź góry na morze. Jedź ostrożnie, odnajdziesz swą drogę.
Well, Josif, I hear you say, what's that about your leg not doing as well as you hope to? Well, as you probably might remember from my plan video, my yearly plan video, I have a tiny injury in my left calf. And even though it's not as bad as it was a month ago or even 2 months ago, it's certainly not gone yet. And I kind of know what to do in order to prevent that from preventing me to from running the marathon. I don't remember how I ended my last sentence, but I went up to get a spoon. So let's continue from wherever I feel like. So I kind of know what to do in order to not let that injury prevent me from running the marathon. And that is to just not run it as a race. I'm aiming for 4 hours and 44 minutes because the control time is 5 hours. And 444 sounded funny. So as you probably might have guessed by now, my strategy is to just run slow. This 444 amounts to 6 minutes and 36 seconds per kilometer. So why am I so confident in running a marathon whilst having an injury in my leg? Well, you see, 3 weeks ago was my birthday and I ran 25.7 kilometers on that day, and I tried this technique which was warm up for like half an hour during your run, and suddenly you're running fast and then you start to not let yourself run too fast. And this confirms my theory. I have to run slow, and this is why my plan is to, as aforementioned, run slow. Otherwise my training has been, let's say, consistent-ish. I've been keeping this schedule of weight training and some cardio in between and then running on the weekends, but I would have ran a lot more. So what you have to know in short is that I have been running as much as I can and that I have a theory in how to succeed the marathon. So the only thing to do now is really to go to the run. So yes, for you that will be the next clip. But I have to first do my physics homework, and then my linear algebra homework, and then my analysis homework. And I have to understand my data analysis in physics homework. Yes, and at least I have to carb load, so drown the pain away in sugar. I'm aware that you don't need peanut butter during carb loading because it's butter, like it's fat. But I just bought it. Oh, don't try this at home. It's bad to run marathons with injuries. I'm a professional. All right, it's 9:25. I slept really good. I had a killer breakfast. I haven't really done my shoelaces because I'm running late for a climbing session. Yes, you heard that right. I went climbing the day before race day. Wait a minute. Whoa, what do you mean by climbing? Aren't you supposed to rest and not do anything before race day? Well, yes. But as you will probably see in the not so near future, I didn't rest and not do anything before my ultramarathon as well. And that turned out to be just fine. You see, I think the marathon isn't about the running. And that's why the running isn't the hardest part of a marathon, even though it may seem like that for the bigger part of the time. Now, I'm not the first person to come to this conclusion that the psyche is the hardest part about long distance running, but one way I deal with the inevitability of my existence on a confined path stretched between the birth and the passing of my puny corpus delicti and the pointlessness throughout, which becomes really apparent to me when I run for a longer time, is to concentrate on something that connects me to the outside world, for example, with the people around me, especially when I start getting detached because of, say, filming the whole experience and being too concentrated on the filming part instead of the being there in the moment part. So in moments like this, meeting people takes my mind off of stuff, and I also think that climbing is a way better way to spend a day in comparison to just watching YouTube, albeit the day before my first official marathon. And yes, that was my first official race marathon. So yeah, I just wanted to paint an accurate picture of what was going on leading up to the marathon, but now I think it's time to stop beating around the bush and to soak up my chia and go to bed. See you tomorrow. Look at the time. It's too late. I gotta wake up at 6. So the plan is, I'm going to bed now and I'm going to lace my shoes tomorrow. If I have to do it in the bus, I'll just do it in the bus. That's a really good idea. I'll lace my shoes in the bus and I have to chill. So yeah, see you tomorrow morning. Yeah, bye. I'm really hyped. I am really hyped. I am pumped. I am going to do it. Yes, good night. Bye. Right, so I'm not really running late, but I'm kind of running late. I drank my chia, got to bananas, and I think I forgot my magnesium. I got my compressors, that's good, that's the only thing I really need. Running with your laces on is really overrated. So yeah, see you later. I was walking and half of the runners in front of me went left and half of the runners went right. And I was like, where do I go now? Because I was used to just following the back, but now the back split and yeah. So, but I think I know where I'm going. I gotta leave my my bag, basically just get ready for the race. Yes. Yeah, that's off to the start. It starts in 12 minutes. Just a shakeout jog. Like half of the queue was queuing at the wrong tent, and the 4,000 tent where I at was absolutely empty. So that's cool. I don't see the start line. I know where I have to go, but it's fun. I've just done my first running kilometer in 2 weeks. So yeah, oh, it's gonna be fun. So I'm supposed to do it in 4 hours and 44 minutes. Gotta be in 4 with 1 minute.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Start. The route was rather simple. You make a 10k loop around the city centre, and then you wander off for 15 kilometers, and when you come back you pass again through the city centre, which is all festive and everything, and everybody's out in the streets and is cheering you on, but we'll get to that part later. I love these things. If you're wondering who these guys are, I was as well at the time. You see, professional marathon runners run really fast. Like, you might be the guy at the party who knows that Kipchoge did the Berlin Marathon last year in 2 hours, 1 minute and 26 seconds. But do you know how fast that is? I didn't even have time to process that there were professional runners at the marathon and they were already passing me by on their way back. Me barely on my 15th or 16th kilometer. Half marathon. Right, so we're at the half point. I'm just at the edge of getting Frankie, but I'm not Frankie yet. Actually, we're a bit past the half point, but at this point it's just like, so yeah, 2.5 hours in, 24th kilometer coming right up, and yes, we're going to do it. Hopefully. Oh yeah, good downhill. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this is the best rest I've ever had. Fucking downhill, man. Oh, look at this. It is beautiful. The people were amazing. Crazy stuff. The people experience. Being cheered on and cheering on other people was one of the most entertaining parts about this run. Like, for one, you're not in nature, so the surroundings could get dull more easily. I guess Switzerland doesn't count. But in general, it's cool that 2 minutes after every instance of you asking yourself why you're doing this, you get a high five from a 5-year-old. Clarification alert, I don't like touching 5-year-olds. I just didn't want you to get the wrong impression. Apparently we're under 4:30, which means we're going too fast. My calf tried to hurt, but I got through it and I had to remind myself to eat. Thank you, Bo Miles. Then my quads started cramping and I got through that as well. Or at least I thought I had, until I had to walk and later on even stop because of quad cramps. Not giving up yet. 28 kilometers. It was really funny trying to hype myself to get back to running by either screaming or throwing water at myself. Or both. 6 kilometers. Cheating. Bruh, I'm running too fast. This was around when I got back to the city, when I got a random adrenaline hit and started running considerably faster than before. So fast that for the first time in a while I started passing other people. And I took it upon myself to cheer on every marathon runner I passed because the cheeky half-marathoners had seeped through our ranks and were irritatingly more fresh than us. At some point I gave up translating and just cheered the people in whatever language came to me. Now, the result of the really fast running 4 kilometers before the finish line was that 2 kilometers before the finish line I had to stop again because of mad cramps. But I got through that with a bit of shouting and cheering from the crowd and actually managed to run the final sprint. So we literally have a few hundred meters left. This has been crazy. Apparently, kilometer left. Fuck me. So it's like this, last 3%. Ah! 4:36. Now, for people who haven't really run since 6th grade, it doesn't matter what distance you're running, whether it's 600 meters or kilometers. After every run, you'd better stretch a bit to make your life later on easier. And that leaves you with quite a small time period of not having to do anything. Kraj Bosfora, szumcy w dik. This is Stefju, by the way. Stefju is my best mate. We sat on the same desk for 5 years and then got bored and decided to study different stuff, but ended up at the same uni. You might know him from the credits of the Thomas Manns Felix Krull and also as a drummer from my high school band. Let's go home. Isola.
Pod słońcem nad rzeką.
The leg situation is alright. I mean, I'm starting to feel the stiffness. I didn't have any calf problems, even though I got the worst cramping of my life. Quad cramps, this is the worst thing ever. I didn't really need to take my shoes off, but I've been thinking about going around Zurich barefoot for like a couple of months now, and like, I've run a marathon. Who's gonna say anything to me? Look at this. Look at where I left it. My magnesium. Oh, baby. I also sort of lost my rubber band, so I've got a couple of them, so I can show you what it looked like. If you find this, PM me. So this is what I learned today, sort of what the marathon was about. Segment. You know, when you run, you think about stuff. Christopher McDougall wrote in his book Born to Run, if you can't find a solution to a problem in a 4-hour run, you're not finding a solution to that problem. And I think I found a couple of solutions to my problems during this run, and that was why I wasn't filming as much during the run. I sort of found a better balance between my study life and my sports life. In other words, between study life and escapism, and I really like the fact. So it was a really good run for me. And I hope I made a good story out of it. You know, as I was running, I didn't really see what the story was going to be about. But at the end, I got an idea about it. It's about people. Running is about people. It's not really always about people, but today the running was about people. Because if I was on my own, I wouldn't have done this run because of my calf. And a lot of times I had given up, and just the people around me sort of spurred me on, and I continued. The live music, the runners, everything, and I tried to give back. Sort of, I was also cheering other people on, and that felt really good. And also, like, 2 other things really helped. When you cheer other people on, you firstly talk and you don't think about your own misery. And second, you typically cheer loud, and when you scream, you sort of cushion the pain you're feeling. So yeah, I guess that helped. So yeah, people, it was amazing. I really hope I got it through. But in one concluding sentence, this run was about people, and I'm really glad I met the people I met during this run. Really glad I shared the run with them, and I got to know myself in a different light. And now I'm doing my homework. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.
So, it begs the question, was it all worth it?